So, as I take my walk this morning, I just want to say that, first of all, I am not huge on social media. I have fought this for probably a couple of years. I don't post a lot on social media, it's not really my thing, but I know that the Lord has put it inside of me. He has stirred it up, and I'm finally kind of just stepping out a little bit on faith. And hopefully, it does what it's supposed to do. I'm not seasoned when it comes to social media, so these videos are not going to be polished, by any means. They're not going to be some cinematic masterpiece, but I think if I can get my point across and I can help some of these kids and coaches and parents on these softball stuff, then, I think it'd be worth it. So, without further ado, um, I am 29 and I live in Texas, and I am married to the most amazing, crazy, handsome man on the face of the planet that supports me in literally everything that I do. And he actually gave me a little bit of spunk and a little bit of fire to do this. He encouraged me, and he's always behind me in everything that I do. So I'm very thankful for him for pushing me to just get this started. I have played softball my entire life. I started when I was very young, and I was fortunate enough to play Division I ball for two incredible colleges. I was fortunate enough to be able to participate in the World Series. My freshman year of college, I have made amazing friends, amazing relationships that will last for forever. And that is something that softball definitely can bring you, is relationships. That is for sure. I went to Burleson High School and graduated there with an amazing squad. In college, I had amazing squads, and I'm very fortunate enough that softball has given me this opportunity to be able to make this channel to help other athletes and other girls when it comes to the IQ of the game, softball IQ, pitching IQ, drills, and basically everything that softball can bring you that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. In this channel, you'll see a lot of drills with arm care, speed and agility, strength, certain little techniques, and a lot of the mental side of the game when it comes to pitching. And so far, everything that I've seen growing up as a softball player is not a lot of people talk about the mental side of softball when it comes to pitching. The pitching mentality is something that you have to really dig down deep and try your best to understand and learn. And it's hard to teach it if you've never done it, in my opinion. And I say that because, back whenever I played, all the pitching coaches that were around, it's either you played before, you've done it before, you've coached it before. And nowadays, it doesn't seem that way anymore. It seems that nobody really wants to check credentials. And, if you call yourself a pitching coach, then you're a pitching coach. And that's all well and good. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I personally believe that the girls that have played it, the girls that have done it, they can help a lot more with these younger girls and the girls moving up to a higher level of select ball, because we've been there before. We know what it's like to be on the mound by ourselves, not knowing, not having any help, and, not really knowing how to fix something, and people just telling you to throw a strike, So I personally think that with this channel, that I can help some of these pitchers understand when we get on the mound how our mindset just has to be a little bit different. And also, the game has watered down a lot. There's a lot of select teams out there, lots of coaches, lots of parent coaches, lots of everything. And I think that sometimes select ball, we kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. And I know that's, you know, I know that's not, some people don't think that that's correct or anything like that, but I'm trying to be funny. But people get lost. We get lost in the sauce. And, parent coaches sometimes don't know when to slow their roll when it comes to being a pitcher's parent and those kinds of things. And this channel, I really want people to understand that softball is what you do, it is not who you are. And if the Lord has given you the opportunity and the talent to be able to do this, use your platform to further you instead of using softball as the end all be all. Because at some point, softball is going to end. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how much you accomplish. Yes, I know the deals going on in college right now. You make your millions. I get that. But it's very rare in softball. And so at some point, it's going to end. And if you don't know who you are and you've wrapped your identity into a sport, you're going to be let down every single time. And I know that might hurt somebody's feelings, and some parents going to be upset, but it's true. Softball, sports, it's not who you are, it's what you do. And if you can keep that in check and you can kind of just remember that every time you're playing, yes, let's be competitive, let's go, let's win. But it's not who you are. It does not make up who you are. And it took me a long time to learn that. And so I know from experience, it took me a long time to understand that my self-worth does not lie in the sport that I play. And I think that it's important for all these young athletes and even the girls that are going to college understand that softball is not the end all be all. And you're going to do something else one day in life and use softball as a platform and a road to get you to where you want to be. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. And I pray that the Lord opens up doors for you. And I hope that this reaches everybody that it is intended for. And I hope that you feel encouraged and you go into the day with strength and victory and the joy of the Lord. And I hope that you guys like and subscribe, and we will see where this channel takes us. I appreciate you guys, and be on the lookout for arm care, drills, and everything else you need just to kind of get you started or level you up. I appreciate you guys, and thank you. Welcome to the bullpen. See ya.